uniquely American. There's no other music like it.
It's a happy sound. It's some people say you can't play a sad song on a banjo.
It does feel good. That first festival I went to, we went to a jam session, and we tapped our feet so much that we got shin splints.
The normal pace of life isn't usually as quick in Guthrie. That's one of the reasons Oklahoma's first capital city was chosen to host the Jazz Banjo Festival.
I was looking for a place that would be quaint and banjo-y, turn-of-the-century type place to have a little get-together with a few friends. And I drove through Guthrie, Oklahoma, and found out what a wonderful place it was.
And now, more than a decade later, it remains a comfortable fit.
We've been awarded Top 100 event in the United States and Best event in Frontier Country. And the festival has grown and grown.
Of course, it really wasn't supposed to end up like this. Brady Hunt didn't have a festival in mind when he got all this started in the early 90s. He really did just want to get some banjo-picking friends together for a weekend.
The more I got to thinking about it, I thought, what a great idea this would be to share it with everyone and all the music that we play with everyone, which is not done very often.
In fact, no one was doing it at all on the scale Brady was thinking about now. And both pickers and listeners were ready and eager to fill the void.
As we started to do this, the word spread in the banjo community, and it's really become a place to be on Memorial Day weekend every year.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The folks in the Okie Dokie Banjo Band never missed the festival. In fact, if it weren't for the festival, there wouldn't be an Okie Dokie Banjo Band.
Some people attended this banjo festival, liked it so much they thought, let's start a banjo band. And so those interested in the Oklahoma City area, Guthrie, Edmond, Stillwater, got together and started playing and have evolved from there.
The evolution has created one of the largest and most popular banjo bands in Oklahoma.
We have about 18 members in the band, most of them banjos, 4-string banjos, plus a drummer and a tuba and a bass player.
And a woman, too.
I play lead, banjo. I also sing some.
She got hooked on banjo bands that first festival also.
I never knew about them until I came to that first festival. And that's when I wanted to play. I went to Granny Head 1, that first festival, saw those people playing lead, harmony, and rhythm, and I played a guitar, and I said I want to do that. So 3 days later, I got a banjo.
Way down upon the Swanee River.
The revelation came much earlier in life for Teresa Black. She makes her living as an assistant U.S. attorney, but her life revolves around music and history.
I volunteer at historic sites, and I'll try to sing the music. I research what songs were really sung then, what was really around, and try to sing the popular songs of the day.
Her grandparents homesteaded in Guthrie and had a family band. She grew up learning to play several instruments and particularly likes these early versions of the banjo.
This is the kind of banjo you might have seen in the 1830s, 1840s. And these are violin pegs here, whereas today you would have gears for very tight, precise tuning.
Playing an instrument like this brings her even closer to the past.
I love the old songs, and people enjoy them. They're part of our nation's history and heritage. I learned these songs, some of them, as a child. Also, they bring alive the spirit of eras of the past. I think at a reenactment, when you hear the songs, you hear the voices and the words of the people of those days.
Ironically, the very thing that makes banjo music so popular with its fans could be leading to its ultimate demise. Most of its future appears to be in the past.
The four-string jazz banjo is sort of rapidly waning from the public's eye, and a lot of the reason that is that the style of music is not as popular, and a lot of the people that enjoy that style of music and play that style of music, the old 1920s and 30s and the teens type music, are older folks, and I would say the majority of them are over 60.
Scott Whitfield is one of the stars of this festival. He's also the dean of the International Banjo College, and he's doing what he can to spark interest in this uniquely American instrument with the next generation of musicians.
I have done some things to try to bring the banjo to the forefront by writing some fusion music and producing an album of more modern music for the five-string. I just feel that the kids in the United States need to be educated and aware of the instrument.
And once in a while, you'll run across a kid like Tyler Jackson, a 17-year-old banjo virtuoso.
I play 7 instruments: mandolin, guitar, both banjos, the tenor and plectrum banjo. Started out with piano, the double bass, ukulele, mandolin, anything with strings and frets I like to play.
And now, though still in high school, he shares the Guthrie experience with the legends and the Hall of Famers.
It's cool, you know, you hear recordings of them, and then when you're able to meet them in person, it's a whole new experience. It's almost like meeting a celebrity on a smaller scale. You know, I consider them celebrities, so I know most people wouldn't, but it's special to me.
And he is special to them. After all, Tyler Jackson is the future, and he, it turns out, is just fine with the past.
I don't particularly like when you have somebody trying to integrate this instrument with a new style, because it wasn't made for that style. It's just not the natural setting of the instrument. So I personally enjoy the history of it and the uniqueness of the music and the period it was involved in, and I think people can see it for its value in that, not having to change its style to fit with the new style, you know. Same reason people like classic cars, you know. If they really wanted a new car, they go out and buy a new car.
Who knows what the future holds, but right now, this little jalopy in Guthrie is purring along just fine. A blend of old and new, young in age and young at heart.
When people come up here and hear all the old-time songs, it's said you can't play banjo without a smile on your face, and that's really true. And it'll put a tap in their toe and a smile on their face and a song in their heart. The thing that really amazes me is we've got people who are 2, 3, 4, 5 years old dancing with the music, and 80 years old, and all in between. Young people like it, the older folks like it too, and it's really something to experience. If you've never experienced the Guthrie Jazz Banjo Festival, it's something to experience at least once, and I think if you come once, you'll probably be back. And people who come here, if they've never been before, they never know what to expect.
And sometimes, even the people who come here every year might get a surprise. Maybe next year they'll call it the Jazz Banjo and Bagpipe Festival.